Hi guys, yep, back again. Still struggling on with this BitTorrent program. Thanks ever so much for all of the advice, all of the comments that are coming in. It really is helpful. Some of you guys really know what you're talking about. I know nothing, and it really helps. So, yeah, still struggling. This XP computer here, this old, as you can see now on the program, I've let this do its check-in again. I did leave it all night to do check-in, and when I came back to it, the program had just closed down. I know the computer was still running, so opened up BitTorrent again. It started checking again. Well, it's got to I don't know if you can see that. It's got to 7.4%, and it's completely hung. So come to the conclusion that, to be honest, this old computer here, it's just not up. It's not up to it. Oh, there you go. It's completely just closed itself down again. So this old computer, it's not up to it. It can't do the amount of number crunching that is required. So, a bit of a shame. So, but I needed to order a new hard drive anyway, because the 160 gig hard drive is never going to be enough. So I've ordered a new Samsung 1 terabyte hard drive from eBay. Incredibly cheap, really. It's amazing what they can do now. Brand new, 2-year guarantee. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that as a slave drive just to store the game ROMs on. But instead of downloading them or trying to download them on this machine, I'm now going to attempt to have a go and download them on the driving sim machine in the loft, which is a much more up-to-date machine, much faster than this one, running Windows 7, which is all up-to-date and things like that. So going to try to download via BitTorrent on that machine, then copy across to the 1 terabyte hard drive, and then finally just install that on this machine as a slave drive, and then use that to obviously try and run with Hyperspin. Hopefully it should work, and just keep the operating system on this little 160 gig. Still try and run with XP. I have massive problems with XP. I think most of my problems is the fact that XP, is outdated, and it's a bit of a challenge really. I should really update it to Windows 7. I think my copy only certifies for one user, but it is a challenge. It has been a challenge. So that's the plan of action. I'm going to sort of, get on with that. Obviously, these videos are rough, ready, and sort of dirty straight off the camera. So, there's going to be sort of grammatical errors. I'm going to make mistakes. There's going to be typos as well, and I'm going to make mistakes on the description. I'm going to pronounce things wrong and all that. So you just have to sort of take it as it comes. As I said before, once I have this machine up and working and running and it's finished, I will go back and there will be a massive edit job, and a lot of this video, like this one for example, will be scrapped. This won't make the final videos, and then there'll probably be like a 3-part video on how to build an arcade machine, and it'll all be polished and it'll be narrated, and graphics and stuff. At the moment, these videos are kind of quick and dirty off the camera, so just bear with us with the pronunciations, and also the grammar and the typos and things like that. I know that me and other people are going to make mistakes on that, so we know that. We don't really need to be reminded. All right, so anyway, that's where we am. The new drive will come in, I think, on Tuesday. I'll be back at work, unfortunately, then, so everything's going to slow down. Unfortunately, work's quite busy at the moment, so this is going to take some time. Quite surprised how long this has taken. I thought the software I'd nail in a few days. I thought the cabinet was going to be the hardest part, but in actual fact the cabinet is been going quite well. So anyway, we'll be cracking on my day off on the cabinet, and I will update more information on this video, and we'll upload it as things progress, so bear with me. And that's about it. So cheers, thank you very much, and as I say, more videos will follow. Thanks guys. So whilst we're waiting for that new 1 terabyte hard drive to turn up, I think the next job is to strip down this old Acer cased PC and work out what components that we're going to need to put into the arcade machine. I'm not sure that I'm going to need the DVD drive, to be honest. I don't know, maybe. card reader's quite handy. So there's a few things that can hopefully strip out of here. Obviously get the motherboard out and get the hard drive out and everything, and then see how it fits in the case. Where I fit the motherboard is going to be quite important in that case, because everything's really got to kind of be fitted around the monitor. The monitor's going to sort of fit into the cabinet, and then everything's got to fit underneath. There should be enough room. This is all seen better days, hasn't it? So I think today, whilst we're waiting for that drive, we'll strip that down and see if we can get some of that stuff fitted in. Well, that didn't take very long. So here's that gigabyte motherboard. Needs a bit of a clean around the cooling fins there. It's a bit caked in with crap. As I say, this was upgraded. I think this is going to be alright actually. Got both RAM slots filled. I can't remember what we had in here. Was it 2 gig of RAM? Can't remember now. It's the DDR2 running at 800, so it's not, you know, the fastest. Graphics card, yeah, it's showing its age now. It's a Sapphire HD 3650. I suppose that's probably a 500 megabyte RAM board. I think it's 512 DDR2. So yeah, you know, you can pick up a better graphics card pretty cheap, to be honest. I'll try and work with this one at the moment if I can. And well, the hard drive, because we know is a little bit, that's the 160 hard drive. And then we've got the 650 watt power supply, which I think is ample with all of the I call it SATA, it might be SATA, I'll call it SATA. Say SATA leads, and quite useful as well that it's got some of the old fashioned supply leads here where we can grab 12 volts from these. So there you go, that's the core components. Might get some USB sort of fly leads and connectors for the case. The cabinet itself, might try and put a USB port on the front, which would be quite handy. I think someone commented on that. I can't remember who it was now, sorry, might have been Steve. But anyway, I think we give all that a clean and get the cabinet down, and let's sort of like try and see how this is all going to fit into the cabinet. It doesn't look too bad, does it? It's this sort of micro ATX type form board, mini ATX. It doesn't look too bad, does it, once you get all the crap out of the way. Anyway, let's move on. So here's the cabinet, and here's the mini ATX board. So what I've got to think about when I do this, I mean obviously I can mount this pretty much anywhere, I've got quite a bit of space, but I just need to bear in mind that I'm going to have the monitor angled sort of back at, you know, this kind of angle. So I don't want things like the graphics card to hit that. Does it go that way? Yeah, it goes that way, doesn't it? Sort of there. So obviously, you know, I can move this around as I feel I can do it using these little mounts here. Got the door to close, and then also I have to think that I've got the sound port here, so I need to be able to connect the speakers to the sound port, and obviously the USB connections here. And also, yeah, that's a point, I can have the monitor connector itself, aren't I? So if that's mounted there, I'm going to need, that's going to come out so far, that's a bit of a problem. So yeah, quite a few things to consider when I'm mounting this, and might just need to have to get the monitor down maybe and just lay the monitor in and just sort of see how that goes.